Alrighty, Sharp Customs, we're rolling, man. It's a Sunday, just after lunch. Uh, got the 3D printer just about getting ready to start, but I'm gonna show you some quarter scale stuff. Let's go over and have a look. Oh, by the way, we are rolling, if I didn't already say it, but yeah, I'm gonna take you over so you can check out the quarter scale Lambo I've been working on. I was going to do an update a couple days ago, didn't make it, but here we are now. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what I've been up to. Here we go, folks. Alrighty, lots more sanding. This thing is, it's just a beast. Yeah, you can see here, yeah, I did fill in the full vent. I've found more undercuts. There was an undercut here. I'll show you on the other side. There's an undercut here. Filled in the windows. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do around these windows yet. Probably use putty, like the plasticine. Did some work on the front. Had to get this smoothened out. I sanded off the logo, and I'll show you what I'm doing with the logo, the badge. But I put some primer on the left side of the car and a little bit on the front. And yeah, kind of smeared fillers in there. But as you can see, all that grainy stuff, it either has to be sanded or it has to be filled. And there's a lot of it. There is, like down in there. Whoa, let me zoom out. There you go. See all that grainy stuff in there? All the texture? Yeah, that's got to be dealt with. Probably just keep putting primer on it and smoothing it out. Same as the windshield. I think I'll just pull the plastic off, and I'll probably just put plasticine around there. And the reason being is because I would like to use this this body because it's so thick and it's so durable. I would like to clean it up after I'm done using it for $1, and I don't know, maybe make a car out of it, or possibly sell it. So I've got the wheel arches. Here you go. Before I go to the wheel arches, we'll look in here. See? There's an undercut. Let me move back. There's an undercut right there. I had one under here. And then I had the venting in there, which I'm filling that right in. And there's also an undercut right underneath here that I got to fill. And then also I got to fill all the way around the window, because that's a big old undercut too. I'm trying to eliminate as many of the undercuts as I can. Flip the car up. You can see I got the rear wheel arch in. I've got the front wheel arch in. Those ones I've been using a combination of hot glue to get them in, and a little bit of filler if needed, not too much. Now this whole side of the car has been put in just one single coat of primer. I wanted to test the theory of just spraying the primer right onto the 3D print. Yeah, so that a lot of the lines there that you see, a lot of that can be sanded out. And then the tail, I didn't like the tail lights, and I bit the bullet. And as you can see, I cut them out. I put aluminum in the back. And yeah, you have to fill around the edge. I wanted like about a 1/8 of an inch kind of recess. And then the same as the center here. I've been building up where the flange that goes all the way around here. You can see on the back here, you can see it's about 1/8 deep, but you can see all the holes in there, and I'll show you why. Because when I cut these taillights out, I didn't realize how thick it was. Look how thick that is, that core. That core is like 3/8 of an inch thick. Wow. It's just thick. So that's what the taillights kind of looked like. You know, trying to fill all those lines, because those are, yeah, here, let's see if I can, yeah, those are all like, that's, you know, gradient. You'd have to fill all that. My idea was to just cut it out, set it back in there a little bit, and then probably make some taillights or 3D print some taillights. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. Same as the vents. As you can see where the filler is here, that's a big undercut. If we go over and we look at the other side, you can see it goes underneath there. And I can't have any undercuts. So I got a couple options with the rear vents. I could, same as the taillights, I could cut them out. The back window, you can see I filled it, and I started filling it. That can be cut out later. Any type of vent or anything that I have to fill in, that can be cut out later. And you know, you can put louvers in there or mesh or something like that. You know, it's a shame that I got to get rid of some of the detail, but I'm trying to make it easier on myself to mold these things. I've got the wing. Here's the wing. I've got the wing. It's been primered. It's pretty much, I'm going to give it another coat of primer, or I'll set it down. It's nice and smooth. I'm going to give it another coat of primer, and that'll probably be one of the next videos, hopefully, getting started on molding the wing. So some other stuff I was working on the car was, you know, either wheel inserts or actually doing, you know, two-piece printed wheels. And this, let's see if I can get it in there. It's pretty tight. There we go. Yeah, they look all right. They look all right. Maybe in a silver, a different color. But another little thing I was looking at, so like I was saying about the vents, this was not a very good print. Did it this morning. I was up early. I was up like 4:30 this morning. So I could cut these out. Cut them out. Do the same as kind of what I'm doing to the tail light. And then you could mount a louver, a 3D printed louver. Not this one, because it's kind of rough. I just printed it super quick, but yeah, you could mount that from underneath, you know, kind of as a replacement. I'm not really sure what road I'm going down with that yet. Now, if you look close here, I'm gonna show the back. So this center section in here, it's its own panel, same as on the hood. The hood, right where that little gray spot is, had a little, the logo, you know, with the bow on it. And I decided today, so this was the first one I did. We'll go up the front and I'll show you. So this was the first one that I 3D printed this. I know it's tiny, but that's supposed to be the size right there of the little logo. It's like 20 mil. You can't even, well, you can kind of see it, the bowl. Can't really read what it says. So I decided to make a different one, just maybe twice the size. I don't know if it'll stay there. But yeah, I like that one better. And that one's silver. I just put magic marker on there so you could kind of see it. It'd be nice if it would stay there, but it's not going to. It's like a guitar pick. But yeah. And I don't think the size of it, but that'll be an add-on. Definitely be an add-on that I'll supply with these bodies. And then on the back, I've been playing around. Here, I'll show you these. So, here's the first one, Lamborghini. Here's the second one, Lamborghini. But the eye on the end broke off, but I glued it. So then I thought, well, I'll go a little thicker, a little taller. And yeah, as you can see, the printer mucked that one up. And it mucked that one up. And this was the latest one right here. This was the latest one I just did. And that would go right there. You just glue it on. Lamborghini. Kind of cool. Cool that I could actually find those. And then we've also got the other side. We've got the countach, because these things were they were 3D printed on there, but they were not very clear. But yeah, so that's cool that I can, print out the emblems. And I haven't found the taillights yet, but I'm definitely working on it. I got to find the mirrors. Yeah, they print out okay. They're so small, though. They're so small. There's a white one, and then I just covered it with some black magic marker. Not too bad. Not too bad for freebie files. What else have I been doing quarter scale? Oh, I got a guy over here. I got a guy over here. Look at this guy right here. Got another one of these dragster guys. He's pretty big. I'll pick him up with my hand. Oh, I got half of them. But I had a different mask. It was just a piece of tape sitting there. He's all in primer. He's been sanded. He's had some body fill. The mask I have on him now fits. I like the way that it fits. Yeah, it's got to be painted. That's like the steering wheel. The steering wheel here. It had to be cut, because normally this file has a round steering wheel. But I cut quite a bit of it out in the file, and then I cut this steering wheel. Green, yeah, it was just, I got like 3 spools of green. So believe it or not, this little quarter scale dragster dude, and I got to make more of them for a client who wants a bunch of them. He wants a bunch sitting so he can put them in his cars, but he'd also like a couple standing. But yeah, these things pretty much, there's like, I believe there's 1,000 grams per 1 kilogram spool, and these use up about 950 of that 1 kilogram spool. 950 grams when you print, the two. Actually, I did the body pieces. I did his upper body in 3 pieces, I guess you could say, because I severed the arms. The arms are glued on, and the reason I did that is so I could lay the arms beside here. If I flip it over, you'll see the seam underneath there. There you go. Seam. Whoa, let me back out. There you go. You can see the seam. Figured I didn't need to fill underneath there, but they're glued on good. You know, his mask, these guys, I always gotta, oh, his mask is, it's just hot glued on there temporary. But yeah, his face, this particular file, the dude's wearing goggles, so I have to cut the goggles off his face in order to put the mask on. Same as the legs. The legs, they're cut off. They're cut off at the knees, and then I have to glue them back on, and it's just so I can sit the body down more flat like that when I print it. And the reason behind that is it's a little bit faster time and less support is what I'm kind of getting at when I print these things. So I try and always look for ways to speed up the printing, even though so what's sitting right there, the mask, the steering wheel, the upper torso, the lower torso, you're looking at almost 30 hours print time. So yeah, I don't think I missed anything on the Lamborghini. Not sure what I'm gonna do with wheels, if I'm gonna 3D print them. I think that would just make it harder. We'll see. I'll probably go inserts like I normally do. You know, on the good Reiko wheels that I have, once I get a chassis built and all that stuff. But yeah, it shouldn't be too long, hopefully, and I should be getting into molding this. But I'll tell you, man, I kind of think there's a few different ways that I could go with it, because sanding out the plastic, I don't mind giving it a quick rub with like 80 grit, but then it leaves it a little hairy, or furry, I should say. And then I kind of go over it with 150, and then I hit it with my epoxy primer. Problem with the epoxy primer is you have to wait, 12 hours for it to cure before you can sand it. I'm thinking I might pick up some lacquer, high build lacquer primer, and possibly give it a quick scuff. And that stuff dries, 15 minutes. You can be on it sanding. That way you can do coat after coat after coat. I might go down that route for the rest of this project, just because, like I said, the epoxy takes overnight. I can get it all prepped. There's not too much more filler work. There's a little bit. The roof is good. The roof is good. I like the roof. Feels good. The hood's still got some dips in it. And then, of course, we've also got defining lines. So I've got defining lines where I have to, basically, when you prime it, you, like right here, you start to lose, kind of like the lines where the doors are. You lose the line here where it comes across where my thumb is, for the trim line. It's pretty much missing right there, so I have to, masking tape, do some filler. Kind of what I'm doing on the back with the, this center section. But yeah, so there you go, man. I know it was me, solo, camera girl's away. She'll be back in a few more days. And she's off on an adventure, which is great. And yeah, I'm going to flip the camera back to me. There you have it, man. Sharp Customs, you know the routine. Love you guys. Peace. Johnny's out.